Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and thank you for tuning into a brand new episode of The Nation Wants to Know, and I'm Deepti Sachdeva. The Nation wants to know that why is Mamata Banerjee so nervous? Is she right now feeling the heat? Remember, we've reported relentlessly on the RG medical rape and the entire tragedy, the fallout, a lot of politics. Mamata Banerjee, right from day one, has spoken of some very tough laws. She says there are no laws. So what has happened earlier today is that Mamata Banerjee and her government have gone ahead to introduce an Aparajita Bill in the Assembly. But that is not the story. What is the real story is the bill is titled Aparajita. Who's Aparajita? Aparajita, if you just do a simple Google search, is someone who cannot be defeated. But what has Mamata Banerjee done to this entire fight is that many people believe that this is no longer about the fight for justice. This is about the fight for survival, about a lot of politics that has happened so far on that story. And in my hands, in fact, I'm holding across just one page of this entire bill. And this particular bill, is there an attempt right now to also gag the media? The devil, like they say, is also in the details. I will just tell you a bit about that in a moment. But first up, I want you to hear what Mamata Banerjee earlier today has said as she was introducing this bill in the Assembly that's titled Aparajita. And instead of speaking about her own accountability, ladies and gentlemen, she says that Narendra Modi today is a national shame. Because it is under Modi that you have seen a rise in rape cases, particularly in BJP-ruled states. So first up, exactly what we've heard from the West Bengal Chief Minister.
আগে নরেন্দ্র মোদীকে পদত্যাগ করতে বলুন। নরেন্দ্র মোদীর পদত্যাগ চাই, তার কারণ সারা দেশে উনি জাতীয় লজ্জা। আমরা স্যার অমানবিক ঘটনা নিয়ে ওরা রাজনীতি করে, বিচার চায় না। ভারতীয় ন্যায় সেই কারণেই দ্রুত বিচারের জন্য ভারতীয় ন্যায় সংহিতার কয়েকটি ধারায় সংশোধন করে আমরা ধর্ষণের ঘটনায় অপরাধে প্রমাণে সর্বোচ্চ মৃত্যুদণ্ডের সাজা প্রস্তাব করেছি।
So Mamata Banerjee says that Narendra Modi is a shame for the country. What she is not telling you, what she is not speaking about is this bit of paper that I'm also holding in my hand. We've just got this enlarged so that you can look closely at this. And this is, remember, section 73 here, which is about printing or publishing any matter related to court proceedings without permission. This is exactly what this says here, the bit that is highlighted here in yellow. Now, the punishment has also been prescribed as 3 to 5 years and a fine. But we want to ask Mamata Banerjee, whose permission? For the media to report on a case that right now will be, looked at by the courts, whose permission does the media need? Does the media need Mamata Banerjee's permission? Is this a virtual gag order? When it comes to the media by Mamata Banerjee, we've seen a lot of charges versus counter charges flying today. First up, exactly how we've seen the BJP picking up this entire issue, and they say that this is damage control by Mamata Banerjee versus the response also now that has come in from the Trinamool.
असेंबली में इतिहास हो गया। आज देखिए पूरा देश में पहली बार ये बंगाल सरकार, ममता बनर्जी का सरकार एक बिल पास किया, या रेप एंड मर्डर का कड़ी से कड़ी तक पूरा ये लाइफ सेंटेंस टिल डेथ एंड मृत्युदंड, इसका ऊपर बिल पास हो गया। गवर्नर साहब को अभी तुरंत ये बिल वो साइन कर देना चाहिए।
Mamata Banerjee is extremely rattled. She is rattled because both the Supreme Court and the Calcutta High Court exposed her cover-up operation and directed the CBI to investigate the RG rape and murder case, which her administration in the start was calling the case of suicide. Mamata Banerjee needs to understand no sort of intimidation can stop the media, can stop the people of Bengal from asking her relevant questions on the cover-up on RG case.
So strong charges that are being raised today also by the BJP, who's saying that Mamata Banerjee is doing this only as a matter of damage control. Let's quickly introduce our panel of guests. Joining us, we have Gopal Krishna Agarwalji, the national spokesperson of the BJP, along with Susi Ben Shah, who represents the Shiv Sena. Gargi Nandi Roy is also a political analyst. We are also waiting for Asif Ansari to join us. I'm told he's going to be batting for the Trinamool today. Also, Dr. Seema Malik, national spokesperson of the NCP Sharad Pawar faction. Rohan Mitra is a political analyst. But first up, ladies and gentlemen, allow me a moment as I say good evening to Dr. Kiran Bedi, who needs no introduction. She's always, remember, spoken when it comes to women's rights. She understands the intricacies, not just about the law, about enforcement, about a lot of other things, also because she herself has been an administrator. Dr. Kiran Bedi, ma'am, thank you so much for your time here on Times Now. The show's called The Nation Wants to Know, and the nation wants to know, is there really merit in this bill today that has been put forward by Mamata Banerjee government, or you believe that this, much like the BJP is alleging, is just a damage control exercise?
Look, I do have reasons to believe that the law the Assembly has passed, few other states have also done similarly.
Yes.
Earlier. So this is no exception. And it is a legislature. She is a legislature, and as a legislature, they have a right to do what they did. But the fact is, it's nothing new. Because this Calcutta case of murder is a murder also. And the death penalty is on the statute book for murder as well. So what's special? What's new? Nothing new. The point is, she has done, the Assembly has done, West Bengal Assembly has passed a law, other states have done, number one. Number two, murder is already on the statute book to be given a death penalty. But I think the real challenge is fast track, a fast prosecution, early judge, early trial, good investigation, good forensics. And that cannot happen without a proper investigation by the police. So I think the key is to concentrate on the quality of investigation by the police, priority of the crime scene, because forensics is important, and scientific DNA, etc., so that that proves. And it's, see, the courts will not give you a death penalty just like that. They will give you only if you have had evidence to establish, and then it will be considered as one of the rarest of the rare cases. And we've had 120 death sentences so far, and about 561 still on the statute, on the death row. So when the death point is murder, it's a murder. In most of the rape cases also also become murder. So we have death penalty. States have passed the law. But what is important is fast track cases. If they are pending with the West Bengal government, they should put in place fast track cases. Number two, ensure police investigation is proper. Three, crime scenes are not distorted. Crime scenes are protected. Fourth, DNA forensics is brought in early. Understand? I think that's the key, is fast track. What needs to be ensured is put in fast track cases, going for a day-to-day trial, but damage may have already been done because the crime scene was so badly walked all over. And in the end, how will you get a death penalty without a reasonable doubt? If the crime scene is not linking yourself with the murderer, which is all known today. So I think my concern as a police officer former is, what have we done to the investigation already? And how difficult will it be for the police prosecution to prove, even though it's all wordly known who did it? And the man is admitting it. And he's also saying, hang me. So he's admitting it. So I think the question here is not the law or the bill, but the question is fast track trial of the cases, evidence to be produced, witnesses to be brought in, and all the evidence which has already come in. But now it's a very important link of the accused, visibly known to be to the crime scene, to be given a death penalty. I think that's the real challenge.
Okay, and Dr. Bedi, one more question before I let you go, ma'am. You know, when you have seen the entire issue that has been out in the public domain, both the Calcutta High Court, the Supreme Court talking of the many lapses, the alleged cover-up in the entire case, to Mamata Banerjee wanting to make this always Mamata versus Modi. Earlier she said, agar aap Bengal ko aag lagayenge, pure desh mein aag lag sakti hai. She's spoken about a lot of these states, made a lot of political comments. Today she has said that Narendra Modi is about a national shame to the country because she is citing number of rape cases in BJP ruled state. Now, as someone who works with the enforcement agency, as someone who has seen everything right from Nirbhaya to these instances, how is Mamata Banerjee really coming forward as a chief minister? Is she looking nervous?
No, as a leader of the state, what she has to ensure as a leader, and that is what people expected, to lead law enforcement. What she can make sure is all law enforcement agencies, which is prosecution, the police, and the criminal justice system, the bench and the bar, they all work together for a larger cause. So can she form a group which starts listening to each other, but also doesn't control each other, but strengthens each other? I think and also including the people's representative. It's a criminal justice system as a leader, and she's the home minister as well.
Yes.
So that is what is expected from her as a home minister. Ensure police does its proper job properly, prosecution does its own job properly, forensic science is allowed to function properly and effectively, and then does a fast track on a day-to-day basis and ensure that the judgment is delivered within the next 6 months. To me, that is the role as an honorable chief minister, to my mind, as an honorable home minister. That's what people are expecting from the state leadership.
Okay. All right, Dr. Kiran Bedi, ma'am, it's been a pleasure speaking to you as always, and I think you do not mince your words. I hope Mamata Banerjee has heard what you've said, and that is exactly what is the right course of action in the entire case. Thank you, ma'am, and I will now take this back to our guests, and I thank all of them also for their patience. As I also now see Asif back on our screens, he's a political analyst. He leans towards the Trinamool. Asif, let's begin by asking you if you've just heard Dr. Kiran Bedi. She says कि ऐसा नहीं है that Bengal में ये law आया है. I was reading about this, that both the Andhra assemblies, the Maharashtra assemblies have also passed similar laws that talks about a death penalty for rape and gang rape cases, Asif. So why is Mamata Banerjee today wanting to tell the world that she has done something extraordinary, and why do you want to gag the media?
With a due respect to the Kiran ma'am, we have lived up to seeing her with all her courage and audacity she has shown. And over here, she didn't mince her words at all. I must say that if there are the good things happen in the other states, now the Mamata Banerjee had also introduced a new law, that the anti-rape law against child and women's thing. I think media and the whole country should appreciate. If she is not bragging, it's not a thing to brag. But it's a thing.
Asif, I just fail to understand that how do you people come on television channels to do this? I mean, not that Mamata Banerjee has covered herself in any glory. Not that, she as the home minister has not failed. Not that she as the health minister has not failed. On top of it, there is this part 4 of this gazette notification that I'm holding right now in my hand. If you look at this, and this is, in part number 73, section 73, this says printing or publishing any matter relating to court proceedings without permission. Can you tell me whose permission is required if one needs to report on crime against women in West Bengal, and why are you not talking about this also?
Well, exactly. I don't have the stats for what you are showing right now. I have to go through with that because today only the bill has been passed. So once the material will come with us, we'll just go into intensively on that, and we'll come back to you.
No, are you saying that much like Mamata Banerjee, you are not aware about this? Is this all happening without the consent and the nod of Mamata Banerjee, who is the Chief Minister, Home Minister and the Health Minister?
She is altogether a Chief Minister. She is kept those portfolio because she has been a responsible lady. These are the important portfolio where she has kept on her hand.
No, so you don't want the media to talk about crime against women in Bengal, Asif?
If the media is talking with the fact, it is not blowing out of proportion. Madam, I just want to say you one thing. The crime which is committed and the crime which is reported. There are many crimes which are happening and which are not reported. This is one crime which has happened and this has reported, and this all hue and cry is there. So Mamata Banerjee has shown her responsibility that if there is any failure from the administration, she has been asking, she is on the road, she is protesting
No,
against
no,
this
I
CBI
don't
right
understand
now.
why has she
It
been on
will-
the road? Who has she been protesting against?
Yes,
When she
it is
holds
because-
all
it
the
is
power in
because-
Bengal, unless you're telling me
Madam,
that she's a
because-
helpless chief minister.
She is on the road only because the trial is been so slow. Why it is not been expedited?
Now come on.
Why it is not?
No, Asif,
It
why
has
don't
been a
no
25 days-
Asif, why don't you tell me that you are equally embarrassed by what Mamata
Ma'am,
Banerjee
for
has
4
put
days-
here?
Ma'am-
Rohan, maybe you can add some more sense to this. The section is 73. The offence is printing or publishing any matter relating to court proceedings without permission. The punishment is, Rohan, imprisonment for 3 to 5 years and fine.
Deepti, there's no way I'm defending this bill. I'm not here to defend the bill.
Huh.
Let me be on record here. Mr. Ansari, I don't think is the official spokesperson, so it's a bit unfair on him to be on this channel, in my opinion. But coming back, today when this bill was passed, it was passed without any hurdle in the Bengal Assembly. And today the Congress or the left do not have any representatives. So when you're asking this question, you should be asking the BJP why did they allow this bill to be passed without raising questions on this specific section. Outside of that, the bill being passed, harsh punishment and severe punishment, whatever, that should be across the board. Nobody's complaining about that. But why was this bill passed where the media is gagged? You should be asking the BJP this question. The problem here is the Trinamool has failed the citizen. We are talking about how the police commissioner has failed us. We are talking about how the parents have been failed by the police and the Trinamool. These are the questions which must be asked. And from the first day, Deepti, I've been saying this. It suits the Trinamool, it suits the BJP, this politics, where they're asking for resignations of each other, where the Trinamool wants Mr. Modi's resignation and the BJP wants Mrs. Mamata Banerjee's resignation. That has nothing to do, that's just pure politics. They are just interested in pure politics. This is the problem we have today. The fact of the matter is there's a crime which is being committed across the country. These crimes are happening and nothing is being done about it. So the question to the BJP and the Trinamool is, why are you all playing this game? So
you are alleging that this is a game between the Trinamool and the BJP. Before Susi Ben comes in, she wants to respond. Gopal Krishna Agarwalji, do you want to respond to what Rohan has just spoken about? Media is getting gagged. Why are you supporting Mamata Banerjee in this bill at all then? So you'll have to unmute yourself. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't think I can hear you still. We'll just get that line fixed. Susi Ben, you want to come in?
I'm quite respectful of the fact that she is the Chief Minister of West Bengal. She's a woman. But in the same breath, I would like to say also this, that we are rather anguished as a woman that one of the highest crime rate against women is in West Bengal. Well, as far as Aparajita is concerned, if you see, it's good. If they've passed, it's okay. But if you see the new Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, has everything that they're talking about, whether it be the fast-track court, whether it be the hanging, death by hanging, whether it be investigation. But more so, I would like to insist that for all this reform to happen, there has to be political will, and which is completely lacking. There is no niti, there is no niyam. As far as West Bengal is concerned, if you see, I am of a firm opinion, I being a lawyer myself, that the current existing laws are enough. If there is a political will, and do it well. To give an example, since I'm a chairperson of the Child Rights Commission also, way back in 1 year, I think 1 year, 6 months ago, there was a rape of a minor, and and FIR was filed, 40 days charge sheet, the entire criminal justice system delivered within 60 days, and in 1 year, that man is given the sentence of hanging, the death by hanging.
Okay.
So if there is a proper work done by the Home Department, whether it be the forensic, she's also the head of the health department, whether it be investigation, ensuring that the child does not become hostile, the parents don't become hostile, all the support which has to be given, having the best public prosecutor, absolutely foolproof investigation, watertight case. These are
but
very, very
Susi
important.
Benji, the truth is also that both the Andhra Assembly, the Maharashtra Assembly have passed similar bills mandating death penalty, but none of them have got the president's assent. You're talking of the Niyat. So I think Niyat is getting exposed of everyone. That's point number one, because I still do not have Gopal Krishna Agarwalji back. So I'll ask you a question what Rohan had asked, that if the BJP is against the gagging of the media, like the BJP has, told us, why did they support this bill of Mamata Banerjee? Do you agree with what she's saying?
No, as far as the gagging of the media is concerned, absolutely not.
Huh.
People have to be exposed for the lapses, and also the NGOs. I think whatever cases are happening and got in the forefront, we must acknowledge the role played by opposition parties as well as NGOs. Otherwise, kabhi highlight bhi nahi hoga. But as far as the bill of Maharashtra is concerned, the Shakti bill, it was passed prior to the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita coming in. Now, if you compare the amendment that is proposed in fact not proposed, which are there in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, if you implement it, madam, if you implement it with all the political will and the administrative force, there is nothing that can stop a woman from getting justice. That too speedy, without any delay.
But I don't know where is justice for anyone in the country. I don't know. You look across the country, Gargi and Dr. Seema Malik, both of you would agree, ladies, that, there are good enough laws. It's about the enforcement. It's about the implementation. So, Dr. Seema Malik, earlier we've seen Supriya Sule also protesting about the entire issue, the Shakti bill that Susi Ben just spoke about. But the problem is that every neta, every political party will find an alibi. But none of you are true when it comes to the cause of women and justice for them.
No, it is not like this, ma'am. The thing is this, that most of the people are very selective in these issues. And I would like to talk about the bill, which the Shakti bill in the Maharashtra. This bill was passed in 2020, and it was passed in both I think all the houses of assembly, both the houses of assembly, and it is lying since 3 years on the table of the president for the approval. And it is a very sad situation. The BJP was there at that time, and now again we are protesting for that, and again the BJP is there in the government, and they are not interested in doing all this. There is no political will. In fact, they were talking about political will, but there is no political will at all. And see, if this bill had been passed, it would have been much better, and it's a very good bill. Death penalty is there, and it is and everything about that. But why they are not passing this, I don't know.
Okay, but Seema ji, can you tell me why is Mamata Banerjee so afraid of the media? Why is she so afraid of reportage on crime against women in Bengal? Why is she wanting to gag the media? Should you all also not be concerned?
No, I don't think she's afraid of. I don't think she's afraid of something. But it is not about Kolkata.
So why has she put in a punishment if you print or publish any matter related to court proceedings without permission? Why has Mamata Banerjee done this?
Who?
Mamata Banerjee, ma'am, in the bill today that is titled Aparajita, has put out a punishment for printing or publishing. It says any matter relating to court proceedings without permission. Whose permission should we need?
Whose permission should be needed? Actually, there is no point in discussing this bill. In fact, I tell you, this bill has been passed by the BJP opposition also, and I think everybody has passed it.
But Mamata Banerjee is taking all the credit for this.
It should be signed by the governor.
Just right now, Asif said that this is a path-breaking bill. You don't have questions for Mamata Banerjee. You will ask questions to the BJP.
Nobody is taking, ma'am. There is nobody taking credit or something, and there's no point in discussing all this. Our motto is to give justice to the victims, to stop the rapes.
No, but not obviously you ensure that there is no reportage. You ensure there is no reportage. You will then tell me, oh, there is zero crime against women in Bengal. That is exactly how these things work. But Gopal Krishna Agarwalji, are you also not guilty right now of this fixed match that Rohan is alleging between the Trinamool and the BJP?
No, we have to understand who is responsible for law and order in the state. It is the state government. We have to discuss first that the crime has happened and how the things after the crime and during the crime, the way Ajikar principal was, he resigned and then within a small period of time, he was reinstated to a different place. The way the crime place, the police acted after the crime, the CCTV, all the evidences, etc., were removed. The thing is that it is not only the crime, but the way Mamata government tried to cover up the crime, protect those who were perpetuating the crime, and now she is trying to take refuge in just a bill. Already there is law. The issue in West Bengal, as Kiran Bedi ji had very clearly also pointed out, is the implementation of the law and the willpower of the state government to implement and punish the culprits.
So do you support Mamata Banerjee putting out this Aparajita bill, or you don't?
No, this bill, there are many laws. Still there are laws. Though we supported the bill, we know that how this bill was passed. BJP had opposed certain clause changes, but the recus that was created in the assembly, the way it was forced through, all we know. Therefore, we do accept that certain laws, if Mamata Banerjee is doing certain thing to protect women, we are with it. But the thing is the non-existence of law is the issue, because this crime is taken. Why the principals, Sandeep Ghosh was protected, the way police were acted on this, they did not have any law that time, or they did not have any legal support for that. So the issue is, this is a whitewash by Mamata Banerjee. Their own party people are involved. They have been doing this kind, and it is a culmination of the deteriorating law and order situation.
Okay, you say that this is a whitewash by the Mamata Banerjee government, and you know, before I actually play out responses that, remember, have come in from Mamata Banerjee, not just today, where she says that Narendra Modi is a national shame. Not very long ago, she had also spoken about the fact that Narendra Modi ki gaddi, unki kursi hila denge. Gargi, but lot of politics. Where is the justice for the victim? Aparajita, you know, in simple terms, is about someone who cannot be defeated, Gargi. But the entire issue of women justice and justice for the victim is defeated today.
Deepti, the women of Bengal, I think they will be they will not be defeated, I hope. But the thing is, you know, why Mamata Banerjee has brought this bill today as a face-saving exercise? Because she's frightened and she has become desperate after seeing the public anger and grievances outpouring on the streets of Bengal. And this has happened because of media, Deepti. Remember how this news came up? Because of media. Because of media, we know the kind of cover-up it has been done. Because of media, we know that the body was found in the morning and FIR was done at 11:45, 14 hours after. Because of media, we know postmortem was done in the same place of occurrence. Hospital same tha. How can you do the postmortem in the same place where the crime occurred? And how can the postmortem be done after evening? And so this is a larger see, this case of Arjikar is a different case, which is a premeditated murder of a woman, of a doctor who came to know about the medical mafia running under Sandeep Ghosh and a coterie of junior doctors and the interns. And they were patronized and protected by higher authorities. Why? Because the money, you know, bio-waste scam or body part scam, whatever, even interns and PG doctors had to pay money, 12 lakh. Everything's 25%, 75%. That is the calculation in Bengal. So that money used to go to the highest authority. That's why she was protected. And coming to the bill and act of rape, Deepti, as my previous panelist said, it's not about law, it's about the political will to implement. And even Bengal, implementation of a law like this, you think it is possible? We have seen in Bengal in 2021, rape has been used as a political tool, Deepti. I have made videos on girls who fled their villages. Women were raped by TMC goons. They could not even lodge a complaint in the police station as TMC goons were sitting. So when this kind of things happen, how can you expect that that this law even will be implemented. Because
Yes.
everything there was a reign of terror. You know that 60-year-old grandmother were raped. Have you ever heard of political rapes in front of grandson? So what did she do? Even Khala Hobe became synonymous with rape and murder when told to a woman and a man.
I think
So
these
when this kind of
these
things
are
happen,
chilling
what did
chilling
Mamata Banerjee-
details
where was Mamata
again,
Banerjee?
Gargi, that you're reiterating here on national television. Whether it was the Park Street rape, the Nadia rape, and Asif, I do not know whether you've spent that much time in the Trinamool, because we have spent that much time tracking the Trinamool, and multiple instances where Mamata Banerjee is guilty of, kind of getting into victim shaming, or also saying that nothing happened. Maybe this is a love affair that went wrong. Asif, allow me a moment. I quickly want to play out two responses from Mamata Banerjee. One that has come in just today. This is on Narendra Modi and why she believes that Narendra Modi needs to resign. And the other is, again, some days ago in the protest, where again she had hit out at Modi. So she has, for the longest time, wanted to make this Mamata versus Modi. Mamata versus the center. She does not want us to talk about the fact that this fight has now become Mamata versus the people. Mamata versus the people in Bengal, Asif. Listen into what she said.
আগে নরেন্দ্র মোদীকে পদত্যাগ করতে বলুন নরেন্দ্র মোদী পদত্যাগ চাই তার কারণ সারা দেশের উনি জাতীয় লজ্জা কেউ কেউ মনে করছেন এটা বাংলাদেশ আমি বাংলাদেশকে ভালোবাসি ওরা আমাদের মতো কথা বলে ওদের সংস্কৃতি আমাদের সংস্কৃতি এক কিন্তু মনে রাখবেন বাংলাদেশ একটা আলাদা রাষ্ট্র ভারতবর্ষ একটা আলাদা রাষ্ট্র মোদি বাবু আপনার পার্টিকে দিয়ে আগুন লাগাচ্ছেন মনে রাখবেন বাংলায় যদি আগুন লাগান আসামও থেমে থাকবে না নর্থ ইস্টও থেমে থাকবে না উত্তরপ্রদেশও থেমে থাকবে না বিহারও থেমে থাকবে না ঝাড়খণ্ডও থেমে থাকবে না উড়িষ্যাও থেমে থাকবে না আর দিল্লিও থেমে থাকবে না আপনার চেয়ারটা আমরা টলমল করে দেব
So Asif Ansari, why is Mamata Banerjee hell-bent on making this Mamata versus Modi when the fight is just about justice? When the fight is against a lot of other instances where even the courts believe that the state is guilty of a cover-up?
Okay, fine, madam. I just take your point. You have replay all the Mamata Banerjee statement. First of all, is that we are not defeating the TMC party or personal level at my personal level, nor either I am being the official speaker on the TMC. But we are defending. My point is that I am showing the facts of West Bengal. One thing what Mamata Banerjee has said, it's a political statement and every politician has the right to attack the opposition.
No. Wait, Asif, now that you have accepted that Mamata has made political statements, who's guilty of politicizing the matter? She blames Ram and Bam for this.
Let me finish my point. She told that if you wanted to destabilize the government, which is the mandate given by the people, then the people of Bihar, then the people of Jharkhand, then the people of the other state is not going to stop this, the hegemony of the BJP, which they are trying to put on the Bengal.
No, how is this about the BJP at all? I don't understand. Asif, you please hit out at the BJP, at Narendra Modi, for your own political gains. I understand. You are a political party, Asif. But when it comes to this particular case and Mamata Banerjee's own accountability, her police's accountability, are you telling me that Narendra Modi is responsible for law and order in Bengal? Or Narendra Modi or Amit Shah is responsible for the police in Bengal?
Madam, in a 3 days time, the crime was committed on the 9th, on very 13th of August, it has been given to the CBI. In 4 days time, out of these 25 days, you are asking Mamata Banerjee for accountable for the justice. Why you are not asking the CBI for the 25 days that
and in these 3 days, you ensure that the crime scene gets altered. You ensure that you reinstate this RJ Kaur principle, the man who's been now arrested by the agencies for financial irregularities.
Only 4 days, not even the 4 days. From the 9th to 13th, the High Court has given this case to CBI. Madam,
yes, because Kolkata police failed. No, Asif. At least accept this fact. Rohan, quickly. Rohan, do you agree with anything that Asif has said?
No. Deepti, I am not here to, Mr. Ansari himself says that he's not a Trinamool spokesperson, so I'm not going to go at him. from the very beginning. You see, I'm just going to summarize a couple of things here. If you see the course of this debate, Ms. Nandi was talking about 2021 onwards, there was been serious, incidents of, where women have been attacked in Bengal. What was the center doing then? Why wasn't the center had a full majority in Delhi? What were they doing? Why were they holding their hands? Why haven't they taken any steps? From 2014, we always hear about how Mr. Modi's governance is great. But when it comes to Bengal, there is nothing happening. The whole point of this whole debate is Mr. Modi wants to project BJP as the main opposition, and it suits Mamata Banerjee's narrative for BJP to be the main opposition party in Bengal, because we have a significant Muslim population in Bengal who will not vote for the BJP.
Rohan, at least today, don't do this, Rohan, please.
You want to talk politics?
You've traveled all the way to politics, to the minority population. If you see this as clear as daylight, Rohan, why don't you snap ties with Mamata Banerjee? Say that you're walking out of the India Alliance, no?
We do not have any ties, and they
in Bengal. But what about the national level?
They don't have any presence elsewhere. Do they have any representatives elsewhere? They don't.
So you should stop talking to Mamata Banerjee. You should say that Mamata Banerjee is as culpable as Narendra Modi or the BJP is when it comes to crime against women.
I have been... No, from the first day, I've been saying that the Congress has demanded there should be a judicial probe. The police commissioner of Kolkata should resign. And for the last 21 days, the CBI has done nothing. Yesterday, they have just picked up Mr. Sandeep Ghosh, who should have been arrested within the first week. So they have been dilly-dallying this whole case like how they've done with the Shah.
Okay, Rohan, tell me something. Tell me something before I get in Gopal Krishna Agarwal and Susi Ben into this. Who today is more guilty of covering up cases of crime against women? Is it Narendra Modi or is it Mamata Banerjee?
No. What the question is, we are talking about Bengal. Let's see, in Maharashtra, the Shinde government, we saw what happened in Shinde government in Maharashtra, in Thane. Who was covering that up, Deepti? Please answer me that. I'm not here to name anyone. I'm not
a political party, right? I'm not a political representative. I'll have questions for all of you, Rohan. But you, because you are raising questions today on Mamata Banerjee and also on the center, I'm asking you who's more guilty according to you?
In Bengal, the Kolkata case, the police commissioner has to go.
Crime against women is crime against women. It's not in Bengal, in Uttar Pradesh, in Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh. That is not how we look at this.
Every human being, okay, let me put it to you, Deepti. As a man, I am ashamed to be a man when a woman is taken, like what things have been done to her. Okay, across the board. It doesn't have to be Kolkata. It doesn't have to be any other else. It can be Thane. It can be UP. It can be Madhya Pradesh. It can be even in Telangana. I am not going to come on TV and going to defend that.
Okay.
This is the basic point. This is the basic point which we should be saying. And if the state has brought a law where the guilty will be punished, like given hanged, I welcome that. But it is up to the state and the judiciary and the prosecution to take it to the end. So that depends on Mamata Banerjee and her government in Bengal.
Okay, Susi Ben, if you look at the BNS also has a provision which is much similar to this provision that has been put forward in the Aparajita Bill. And this also says whoever prints or publishes any matter in relation to any proceeding before a court with respect to an offence referred to in section 72 without the previous permission of such court shall be punished with an imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 2 years and shall be liable to fine. So Mamata Banerjee is guilty of gagging the media. So is the centre.
No, I'll tell you this, ma'am. Where is the base? It's a thin line. Now, the whole point here is, while it is spreading rumors, falsification of facts, that's what we are talking about here. Now, that is, media gagging is one part, and I'm very thankful to the media. While I'm against media trial, but the such crimes get center stage, it's only because of the media and the NGO. Otherwise, what happened in Badlapur? Media played a good, important role. So did the NGOs. So did the Child Rights Commission. And so did the government. So while we are looking for justice, I must say everyone and all of us should work together. No, I'm dead against the way the debate is going about BJP, about Trinamool Congress, about Maharashtra against TMC. We are talking about women. Two wrongs don't make right. Whether it be Maharashtra, whether it be Trinamool Congress, it is expected that administrators, the politicians, Come together. What did the West Bengal government do? Some ridiculously regressive GRs that women should not be allowed to go out after in the night. They should not be allowed to work. Calling doctor bitches, calling doctor running around with boys. What are we talking about? Are we living in the 21st century? We have to change the mindsets. We have to make sure that we bring up our boys better. That is the job of the politician, the political will, which has to be there. Repeatedly, I'm saying we have enough laws. We have enough laws as long as they're implemented, the police are sensitized, and there are police forces working only.
Problem is then, you know, Susi Ben, the implementation, the enforcement, something that Gargi also alluded towards and Dr. Kiran Bedi also said. Now, in the Badlapur case also, you must be well aware that the parents were really running from one post to the other to get an FIR registered. That did not happen, and that is why they were forced to come on the tracks. And had it not been because of that pressure, we would have not seen any action. But Gopal Krishna Agarwal ji, are you also not guilty of hypocrisy when it comes to the entire issue of women's safety? And can you tell me that why these bills that have been passed by both the Andhra Assembly and the Maharashtra Assembly are still waiting for a presidential nod?
We have to understand the law and order. We have to acknowledge the facts of the case also. Crime happens in many places. But the way that cover-up is done by the state government is ultimately the responsibility of the state government to look into it. What Arjika rape case is there and other crimes is difference is there has been a clear-cut control and cover-up of the system, support to the criminals, the way the police acted, the way the administration of the hospital acted, the way Mamata Banerjee initially did. This case was given to CBI by the court. It is not the local state government which gave it to the CBI. It is because evidences were removed the way.
Gopal Krishna Agarwal ji, then I'll ask you the question that I've asked for the last many days. Why didn't you dismiss the Bengal government? Why don't we have president's rule in Bengal?
No, it is president rule. Ultimately, it has to be taken. We are in a democratic country. We have to follow the process, the procedure. The state government, governor has been meeting, central government has been trying, but Mamata Banerjee is responsible. Acknowledge here also.
Okay, you say Mamata Banerjee is responsible because I've just come towards the fag end of this conversation. I want to give 10 seconds to Asif. You know, Asif, you are well aware, as in Mamata Banerjee government is well aware that this is not going to get a presidential assent. Then you've done this for cheap theatrics, for damage control, only as a perception exercise.
No, as you are asking me the very intricate questions, one thing which you have asked in the beginning, that why this law is being said that the media should not interfere in the sub judice case. You will see, and you must have known that in a couple of days back, the UP government has made a bill that in any social media, not even the...
You forget about talking of any other state. No, Asif, talk about Bengal, please.
Madam, that is the issue. That is the issue with you all.
No, what is the issue? There are enough laws in the country. There are enough laws in the country if you want to ensure that you follow those laws. If the crime scene is not altered, if someone who's, you know, apparently looking as a guilty principal is not reinstated to another popular college, there are enough laws.
Madam, if any case which is in a court, which is a sub judice case, if a media is going to give a media trial, so there is a one sentence what we speak in a law that the evidence can prove the fact, but the motive you have to understand. So what is the motive behind it? Then the motive will
What is the motive behind Mamata Banerjee asking for Narendra Modi's resignation in a law and order situation in Bengal? I don't understand that, Asif.
That in any subjudicial case, the media should stop there giving a trial, making anybody culprit of that, because in the last 25 days, we have seen the media has projected Bengal as the crime center.
See, you have a problem with the media. You really have a problem with the media. You have a problem with the media putting out these questions, asking these tough questions day in and day out. So what you do, you want to gag the media. You want to tell the media that if you put out anything without our permission, you are guilty and you will be punished. Then Mamata Banerjee is talking of Aparajita. Let people decide, Asif, let people decide whether this is Mamata Banerjee's damage control exercise or she is really right now feeling for the victim of the RG medical rape and murder case. I'm thanking all the ladies and all the gentlemen for joining us, and also Dr. Kiran Bedi for her time. We'll continue to track that story, heading into a quick break.